Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of sincerity and truth. Yeah, saw this article and it kind of made me chuckle because you basically got this MP. This guy already got suspended. Apparently for lobbying. But it seems like, they're just kind of chucking everything, everything in the kitchen sink at this guy. But it's going for, I think it was tweets. Yeah, tweets. So this is Tory MP Andrew Bridgen loses whip over jump shot comments. It says the Conservative MP Andrew Bridgen has lost a party whip after comparing use of jump shots with, the Holocaust. It says the latest in a series of recent, anti-jump shot statements he has made. Tweeting a graph from Zero Hedge, a libertarian and conspiracy theory website, which purported to show the health risks from the jump shot. Bridgen wrote, as one consultant cardiologist said to me, this is the biggest crime against humanity since the Holocaust. So that's essentially he's been what he mentioned he mentioned the jump shot, and it was basically saying like it's it's what you call it, well, coming with the details of the fallout essentially of taking it. And that's again it's one of those topics where you're not allowed to thingy. You're not allowed to to mention these things. And it's funny because it was like he got suspended for like 5 days for the previous thing, for the lobbying. He's meant to have taken money or a position or whatever in exchange for trying to promote some shit. But then it's like as soon as these things came out, he got stripped of his his position, which is funny as hell. And you go through the whole article, is essentially saying like running a defense for the jump shot, which that's what most of these things are. It's funny because it's like more it's the goalpost has been moved non-stop to where certain things, you mention it, you talk about on social media, you get you're getting nuked off the face of the earth, man will concentrating fire onto your account and vaporizing that into the wind. That's what they're doing. And then like now vaporizing into the wind, and now it's like those same things are being admitted as, oh well, that's just what it is. So it's this is another thing where it's being spoken about, but it's like you mention it, then it's just now you're being completely you're being unperson. And then it may come to a point where things come out, or they might just keep it mum, keep it hush hush. But it's funny still, because it's just like it's still now enough of a thing to where you mention these things, and then you're getting blasted. And for him, it's funny because he already got blasted for what you would think would have been like an actual fucking a higher tier of crime, where it's like man was taking money or position when he shouldn't have, to promote something which is, completely destroyed his integrity as, a so-called person is meant to be running the country. But then what? That didn't even get him stripped of his position. That just got him on a suspension. Was going to be reviewed, but it's like they find that you mentioned that. Oh, now you're done. You're done. You're toast. And it's just funny as hell. So it's like that's on an even higher scale than his his negligence of taking money when he shouldn't be taking money. Says Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, devil's coming down with that great wrath because he knows he has a short time. And that's what you see it kind of ramping up, where it's more and more things. There's kind of incidents happen with certain things being discussed where they can now just justify, like, look, nah, we ain't even going to talk about that. Nah, that's not happening. And hey, it's something we've seen expand heavily, where a lot of things, you would have been able to. Well, you mentioned it, an algorithm, because in like YouTube videos they have the subs where you can get the automatic subs just based on where they have like an AI or something that will go through and then convert what you're saying to to what it thinks you're saying in text. So obviously they have algorithms that can pass through and see if you say certain words, you put them together, you can obviously put together sentences or whatever. Since you're talking about certain things get mentioned, then you just you end up with a strike, your channel goes down, whatever. So it's coming with that force, because why? It's certain things getting spoken about, certain mindsets get promoted, then people might be like, oh wow, why would how can we is everything all what it seems? And then that'll work against them. Amos 8:11, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Most High Power, that will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Jehovah. And that's where it ends up, famine of the word, where, brothers teaching the scriptures, pushing the truth, as, we're already getting essentially shunned for what we discuss, channels might get taken down already and whatnot, but then what? It's gonna ramp up to where we're gonna completely just be, removed, given no means by which to push the word out. And that's again, prophecy at end, sign of the times. And these are the things. Why? Because Esau wants that control. Esau wants that ability to, try and essentially make it so the word's something that can't be manifest. Because why? These guys are getting bodied up, man. They're receiving combinations. The word's basically going out and doing heavy disruption on what they're trying to establish. And that's again why, that's something that it's gonna come round. Them attempting to silence it. It's what pushing forward the time of the end, man. But yeah, I'll leave you there. Shalom. Shalom.